Welcome everyone to Bonifabcustom. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make the maker stamp on my knives. Or I'm going to be showing you how you can etch a maker stamp into your projects, mostly anything made out of steel. Now, to get into this, the actual stencil I want to make for this is going to be made on a vinyl cutting machine. And this one I'm going to be using is called a Cricut. It's a very inexpensive one you can find at, say, Michael's or some other art supply store. And it's really easy to use, and that's why I have it, and I'm going to use it for my stencil. Let's get right into making the stencil, and then I'm going to show you how you're going to etch it into your projects, or for me, how I etch it into my knives. Let's get right into it. So for the power source, I use this, it's a really inexpensive charger, but most chargers will work. You can even use a 12-volt battery. This one here, I just picked up at a garage sale. It was a couple of bucks, and it works great for this purpose. So we're gonna need some sort of conductive liquid. And what I do is I just boil some water and I add some fine salt to it. Doesn't have to be sea salt, just table salt is good. And the hot water just makes it that much easier to dissolve the salt inside the solution. So I'm just going to give that a mix, make sure it's fully diluted. Okay, great. So that's done. Now to apply it, we're going to need something that can hold some of that conductive liquid, which is our salt water. And what I use is just a little piece of metal. So this here is a piece of 3/16 stainless. I use stainless because it doesn't rust, so it lasts a little bit longer. But you could use mild steel, or a piece of aluminum also works. I've used it before. And you're going to need some felt, and this is stuff you can find at your local Michael's, or even dollar store has some of this stuff. You can also use cotton swabs or a cotton ball, but I like to use this felt. It's about 1/2 inch diameter, a couple inches long, and I'll just fold it over once and put it around the bar like that, and then use some electrical tape to hold it just like that. And I'll wrap that electrical tape all the way down the piece of metal so it's non-conductive anymore, and I'll leave that back piece for me to put that alligator clip around it. I'll just cut that off. And there you go. That's basically what you need to apply it or to etch the blade. So let's get this hooked up to our charger and see how well it works. Okay, so this is the knife. I'm going to put my maker stamp in this area. So this is what I cut out on the Cricut, my maker stamp in vinyl. So I'm going to take off this backing. I'm going to put it in this area right here. Make sure it's pressed on really well so it doesn't leak. We don't have letters bleeding through. I'm just going to take off the top. It's here. And just to make sure I don't touch any of the other parts of the blade, I want to put some masking on there, and I use some good quality vinyl electrical tape. Just like that. And I'll put some right here just to make sure it doesn't touch anywhere. There. Now the vinyl stencil's in there, and I'm going to get this applicator or the swab that I made from the steel, stainless steel, and get the applicator ready. Okay, so we want to put the positive lead onto our part, or onto your blade, and the negative lead onto the applicator. This is one I've been using for a little bit. I'm going to turn on my charger, and I'm going to put it onto the 50 amp setting. I'm going to dip the applicator into the salt water, and then I'm just going to press down for a few seconds in each spot here. And you can see it bubbling already. So I'm just going to press it in, take it off. I don't want to get it too hot, or else it could melt the vinyl. Okay, so you can see it. I'm just going to dip it in and do this one more time. It doesn't take much. And really, the longer you do it, the deeper the etch. Let's wipe that off. Let's do it one more time here. Okay, shut it off, take the leads off, and let's see if we have an etch. Okay. So I see it, and I actually feel that etch in there, which is good. You can see it. It's pretty deep in there right now, and that only took less than 30 seconds or so. I'm going to put some oil on it, and we'll take a closer look. You can see it now. It looks really nice. Just enough. You could see the depth of that etch right now. There's a lot of pattern there, so it's not that easy, but I don't want it super visible. Just enough that has it into the blade. Thanks again, everyone, for watching Bonifabcustom. I hope you learned something from my little example of how I etch a maker stamp into my knives. This one turned out really nice, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of other ones coming up shortly. If you have any questions about, say, the programming, the Cricut, or how or what I used for this video, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and push that button for notifications for more videos similar to this one. Thank you.